Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry we are so insanely late today, almost a full hour. I had a crazy bout of insomnia last night and barely slept. And then when I did, it was from like 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. And then had to shower and make food and do some chores and struggle bus today. But it's okay. I'm in good spirits. I'm just a little off kilter. So thank you for being here, Kale. Good to see you. If you've never been here for one of these shows before, 3 or 4 Wednesdays a month, we sit down for, the goal is 60 to 90 minutes to get some D&D productivity done behind the screen. So sometimes I'm modeling things and I'll show what I'm working on. Sometimes I'm just working on, text files and whatnot, and I don't necessarily want to spoil things. We do make content out of our campaigns. So today we've got some XP assigning, some note catching up to do, and then we're going to go through the Hero Forge bundles because we haven't claimed the free one for January yet, and also we probably need to unlock a few more. If we have extra time, I do have some other things that we're going to work on, but the format of the show is to try and be relatively focused on the things that we set out to do and relatively on time while we do it. So thank you for being here. And I think I skipped over this, but if you don't know me, hi, I'm Mercy, the Game Master at HereThereBeMonsters. And like I said, today I have a first class ticket to the struggle bus. I really want to hyperfixate on the Hero Forge part of that, but that's going to be like our reward for getting the other things done,
YouTube stream is now live.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Lumia, and thank you for waiting until I was done with my intro. That was great timing. Our next session, I guess I'll do that at the end. Vincent, hello. How are you? Playing out a dungeon maze for your party, now 7 in total, where they have to gather 7 animal figurines to unlock the treasure room at the finish. Nice. Do you have much experience running puzzles for folks? If not, I will warn you that no matter how simple the puzzle seems to you, it's going to go sideways when players get their hands on it. Okay. I think last session is going to primarily be a session XP session. But there are a couple of good role play things, I think, to call out and give a little bit of bonus XP for. Using a bit of a third-party module for the maze. Gotcha. Oh, also, only indirectly related to D&D, but we do post and will be posting more D&D content here as well. We've recently been getting into Blue Sky and kind of depreciating TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, because we weren't really doing much on those platforms, and kind of trying to combine all of that into a Blue Sky account. So if you use Blue Sky at all, or if you're open to it, we've really been enjoying using it so far. And link is in the chat. Mostly riddles, encounters, and some problem-solving challenges. Gotcha. Okay, I guess let me look at my XP guide while I'm doing this. I'm trying to think through. Worried about a certain warlock in the party. Any particular reason for that worry? So we got back to town. We did that. Oh, I thought you were talking about in your party. Got it. Like, I think there was, like, overall, it felt like the level of participation in roleplay was generally pretty good. I don't know if I'm seeing a whole lot that needs, like, specific calling out. I think we'll just give on the medium to higher end of session XP. Hello, Lily. How are you? And on that note, Amras really was not absent for very much of it, right? Maybe the first half an hour or something. Really wasn't much. So I don't think I'm gonna bother modifying his XP for that. Till the first break, right? But the first break was way earlier than normal, because I had drunk a bunch of water before that, and I had to go to the bathroom. But I guess it was more like an hour to 75 minutes. So maybe we'll give him a teeny doc. I guess I'm more scatterbrained than I would normally be when trying to do the XP. It's always a little hard to think back through everything anyway. But I guess just the lack of sleep and screwed up schedule and all that. I know, I'm trying to. I'm sorry. Also, I'm trying to get better about having the microphone like over here. It doesn't look like I'm hiding behind it so much. And I think it still sounds about the same. Well, the problem is I'm drinking liquid, so I'm going to just wash it off if I get any sort of Vaseline or whatever. Alexa, stop timer. I have to grab my soda out of the freezer before it explodes. Hold on. Yeah. All right. Let's go to session notes. And then if anything, I'll leave the XP sheet open for now. And if anything jumps out at me, then I'll go back and give individual XP for it. Oh, that's right. I forgot we had a little bit of a to-do list that was supposed to be for the working stream. Speaking of which, so I've really been enjoying the working streams, and it seems like a lot of you have as well. And they're doing quite well for viewership after the fact also. So instead of doing like 3 to 4 Wednesdays per month, I think we're going to add, we're going to test doing every other Thursday-ish as well. So instead of 3 to 4 per month, there'll be more like 4 to 6 per month of these, and kind of see how that goes. But I have a huge to-do list. I think there will be plenty to do. And it's been fun, and it's been good for the channel. So I'll take the things out of the session 33 notes and put those in the Trello, and then we'll work on those during the next working stream. You're off to be a judge of a speaking contest. Very cool. Have fun. And thank you for leaving the stream on. If you haven't done so yet, to you and anybody else, if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up to the live stream, that is super helpful as well. And actually, I have a question for the audience. If anybody remembers, and I guess this is very vaguely spoilery, but if you have no context, then what I'm about to say won't mean anything to you. Does anybody remember what happened to the orb? Because there was one thing that I thought had been done with it. And then everybody during the last session was kind of talking about it as if we had done something different with it. And that got me doubting myself. No, it was it was the thing that Brian gave to, well, I'm not totally sure how to say his name. Pixie's changed it like 4 times. It was Braun for a long time, and then apparently that's wrong. So Brian, Brain, I'm not totally sure. Whatever. And Brian Breen? I don't know. God. Breen gave it to Bridget during the battle. Because like the TLDR is I very much right, Auror, and hello. I very much thought that it was still in possession. Oh, you're right. All right, at least I'm pretty sure you're right. Yeah, I think Skabosh dug around for it out there and brought it back. What do we do with it after that, though? Or did Bridget go out and get? Oh, frick! No, I know, me too. So I thought what was saved in my mind was that it was in the NPC possession. But the party was all talking. Well, and I guess this would be NPC also, but whatever. That it was in the possession of like town leadership / militia leadership. But everybody was talking about it during the last session as if it was in possession of Kabosh's guild. And they kind of all, well, not all, but the like 2 or 3 people that talked about it all talked about it in that context. And I was like, like they did so unanimously and without even questioning themselves. And maybe it's just confidently incorrect, but it definitely made me second guess myself. I was like, so maybe we'll search through our notes and try and find that as well. Hey, T-Mom. Who doesn't love confidently incorrect, right? Is it a Banah relic? Oh, that would be way too much of a spoiler for me to answer. is so scrambled. I wanted to be here anyway, so like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm not complaining. I wish I'm not complaining about being here. I wish that I was more on my game. Thank you, RR. More mentally here instead of just physically. Of course it is, T-Mob. I wish I was more mentally here than just physically, yes. If they ever get a coin, could Alnut get barding for it's Amina, actually. I think he might have a little bit of something. He definitely has a military saddle, which is an upgrade. For some reason, I have it in my head that he did get some basic barding. It's definitely not like a knight's full plate, like a heavy, knight barding or anything. But I thought he did get something for her with some of his money a while back. Maybe light barding because light horse. Yeah, it is entirely possible. Sorry, bullet pointing is being weird and Google Docs, and it's annoying me. How close is the party to Fort Leona? In Kingdom, they're in town right now. Or do you mean how close to like getting Leona constructed are they? Like, a little bit more abstractly. Construction. You thought they were going to. So they have decided to. Well, it's a little unclear exactly, but broadly speaking, the plan is to start their next quest north, which was the plan as of a couple sessions ago too. So they're sticking with that, and then to have the construction of the fort be done in their absence. They may come back and help with a few things near the end, slash after construction's done, but most of the construction is going to happen off screen. I was okay with either way. You know, I mean, in a way, I thought it'd be kind of fun to have them have to like, you know, kind of like defend the work site sort of thing. You know, like how RTS always had those like defend the portal for 10 minutes kind of thing. But they've also been super patient about delaying their next quest, and I'm not surprised that they wanted to pursue that. Yeah, absolutely. So getting out of Dodge, you know, not obviously at this point, it's not like they ran the next day or whatever, but like getting a little bit of distance and doing something else, I think makes a lot of sense in character as well. Absolutely. We're going to see the elves. Yes, exactly. That'll be fun. I've never actually had players go there in our setting. My original table group was kind of close at the end of that campaign. They were in that general area, although they were not actually in the Winter Woods. But no, nobody. So that'll be. I'm looking forward to fleshing it out and working on that and having fun with that. Squash might have a tough time though. It's going to be interesting. I think I'm going to up the XP for the session, actually. I did, so our max session XP is 100, and I did 85, but the more that I'm working on going through the notes, the more good little moments there were. Not necessarily things that need individual, like bonus XPs, but there were just a lot of good little moments and good in-character actions. I'm going to increase it from 85 to 100. Yeah, exactly. Well, and also there's the question, right, of what's the story with her makeup? Because that is not Pixie dressing up as the way that Skabosh looks. That is Pixie dressing up as the way that Skabosh disguises herself. Or presents herself. I guess disguise probably isn't the right word. You're just here for the TPK? We were real close a couple sessions ago. real close. Oh, I'm not going to answer it. That was rhetorical, but that's not a bad guess. I'm not going to say if it's a good guess or not, but it's not a bad guess. Who am I forgetting? I guess okay. So I was noting down what everybody did, and like Alan Dite did a thing, and then Alan Dite and Bahir did a thing. Bruges did like a bunch of little things, and then I wrote down what Rubato did, but really mostly it was Rubato and Skabosh. Is Skabosh an only child? No. In fact, one of her sisters is going to be running the tavern on location at Fort Leona, which they decided on the name of last session. But I'll direct you to the video when that get so I partly due to last night's crazy insomnia. My goal initially was to get episode 32 of Kingdom uploaded sometime between Monday and Wednesday, and then episode 7 of Chronicles by Friday or Saturday, and then episode 33 of Kingdom, which was this weekend's episode, by like Monday or Tuesday of next week. But unfortunately, that's not happening. So essentially all those are just getting pushed back by like 3 days. So episode 32 of Kingdom, the one that we're behind on, will now go up this Friday. Episode 7 of Chronicles will go up next Monday or Tuesday. And then episode 33, the one that we're currently talking about of Kingdom, will go up next, like Friday. Is Drew's mom going to be the cook? Yes, that's not really, that's not really like a major spoiler in any way, so I don't mind answering that sort of thing while we're here. So, Gabiog, I believe was how Pixie said it was pronounced. I'm trusting her on all these pronunciations. Hopefully she's not clowning me. It's not Skabosh, but her sister, Skabiog, is going to be essentially like the tavern keep. And then Druzh's mom is going to be the cook. Sorry, give me just 1 second on that so I don't lose my train of thought. Oh, God. It's a good question, though. So, like I said, give me just 1 sec. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that debate right at the end at the tavern too. Oh yeah, they definitely deserve max session XP for this. In fact, I might even go back and give a little bonus for, yeah, that was good. I'm almost done with this thought, and then I'll get to that question. That was so funny. Okay. Let me just give them the bonus XP for that. Maybe like 20, but that was fun. There we go. Okay. Sorry, if you weren't here at the beginning, if you didn't hear me talking about it, I had crazy bad insomnia last night and only barely slept, and so I've been having a lot of trouble like focusing and like kind of generally thinking and remembering the things that I wanted to during the working stream here. So I actually like had a moment of focus there and wanted to capitalize on that while I had it before it got away from me. So what's it like going into a new territory for the campaign setting? It's exciting. It's a little bit scary. I'm not gonna lie, just because everything that we've done so far has taken place in a region that was already relatively built out and developed, and that the previous party, my old table game party, had also interacted with a little bit. So it just like was a little bit more naturally, kind of still in my memory banks and like felt I don't know, felt a little cozy, I guess, for lack of a better word. So although I'm really excited at the possibilities to flesh that region out more because it's only ever been referenced, right? Nobody's ever seen it or interacted with it. At the same time, the anxious part of my brain then is like, oh, well, okay, but like now that you have to make something new, like maybe it's not going to be good enough, or maybe you're not going to like describe it as well as you mean to, or whatever. So trying not to get in my head about it. But I think for the most part, at least for now, we'll see when we get a little closer, both chronologically and physically in game. But for now, at least, it's mostly excitement, a little bit of anxiousness, anxiety, whatever. Okay. So I actually got everything. I got the XP done and both of those. Oh, well, sort of. Before we go to break, I need to actually paste in the session 34 notes. But I wrote out really detailed notes in session 33, which means that the intro for session 34 is already more or less written. Hello, Stardust and an old. Another thing to point out, Vincent, if you're still here, I'm sorry I had to make you wait for a bit there. Is there is a fair amount of distance between where they are and where they're going. So there could potentially be some adventures along the way there as well. Is there anything before I go to break, Vincent, actually, because you always ask such wonderful questions, very insightful, thoughtful questions. Do you have any questions or any thoughts, or anything that you'd that you think would be particularly fun to see in Elvendom? No promises, but I would love to hear from you. Oh, you know what else? How are you guys doing, Stardust? 4-day weekend, very nice. What's why so long? Oh, no. Sorry, I'm trying not to do that. I know, obviously, just saying like going to the tavern is fine, but I did name that tavern, and I'm trying to get better about using names instead of vagaries. I'm super bad at names, which is part of the reason why it's harder for me. But that tavern is called the Fool and Flask. Okay. So when I come back, because I'm going to actually take break this time, the last couple working streams I've been bad about working through break. Mainly because I've been having fun, so worse things have happened. But when I come back, we're going to roll a couple days worth of weather. So I'll grab my dice while I'm up and about. And then we're going to fiddle around with Hero Forge bundles. And then for like once ever during the working streams, we might actually get to add one or two things to our agenda for today instead of having things go unfinished. We do need to, something that I almost put on the agenda that I ended up taking off because I didn't want to leave things undone was, well, I don't want to say that out loud, but I do have an idea, I guess, if we end up with extra time. So if you haven't been up off your booty in a little while, now's a great time to get up, move around, stretch your legs, get some water, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to do a Pokemon Go battle, and I will let you know how it goes when I get back. We're back. I win. Although that was a close one. I was worried. My battle buddies are Swoobat, Poliwrath, and Steelix. Kind of my go-to squad. All right. Stardust said Thursday class is as needed only because it's scheduled for a 3-hour class, and your instructor said no, and you thanked him. So work period. And Friday is a PD day. I'm assuming that's personal development. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I was too busy trying to get back relatively timely-ish. Didn't actually grab the dice. 10 seconds. Okay, more like 20 or 30 seconds, but not bad. Hello, Reading Squirrel. How are you? Give me a color. The first 2 colors that get shouted out will be the dice that we'll use to roll weather here. I have probably, I mean, you know, for normal colors at least, I have probably about everything. Thank you, thank you. Cyan, I probably do have one pretty close. Here we go. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but like a light ocean blue, almost cyan. Periwinkle. Pixie has a set that's about that color. I don't actually have anything pinkish. Purple's the closest I have. We can go with purple and pseudo cyan. Also, I like pseudo cyan. That almost sounds like a punk rock band name. Hello, hello. We're clearly aquamarine and not cyan. I mean, yes, but also get bent. There we go. There's the dice I wanted. Yeah, that's awesome, Stardust. Have fun. Slash, you know, be productive if that's what you need to do or whatever. For anybody who's never seen my random custom dice, I like these. I like collecting. Some people like collecting dice in general, and obviously that's fun too. But I like collecting odd, like esoteric dice. So I have one for injury locations. I have one for directions. And then I have 2 of these, which I'm super glad that I grabbed 2 because I've had these forever. I have mood dice. And they're great for, like, on the fly determining, like, the disposition of a random NPC or something. If you ever find any more, like, random obscure dice that might be helpful like that for Dungeon Masters, let me know. In the meantime, let's roll a couple days weather really quick. Excuse me. I always like to have a few days worth of weather kind of in the bag. So that way, it's just like a small thing, but that way we don't have to stop and fart around with it during the session. If time ends up passing a little bit faster than I expected. And I like the world to have dynamic weather, so I like to have it ready. So we'll go to random charts, random weather. I was waiting for it, T-Bomb. All right, first things first, odds or evens, because this area is kind of like right between a more temperate and a cooler region. So holy, my ability to roll weather is somewhat legendary for those of you that have never heard. That was very nearly a tornado. It will instead be a very bad thunderstorm. So it's still going to be, there will be a storm at some point in the next little bit in game. Oops, that's not a shunderstorm though. It's a thunderstorm. You've been thunderstruck. So the bad thunder lasts for 1 hour, plus 2d4 minus 1, which is annoying. Hours of heavy rain. Alrighty. Purple dice odds means, oh wait, actually, did I pull that from the right table? Yeah, that's fine. Oh my gosh! I love randomness. So one day after the big thunderstorm will be a small heat wave, which is, it's not uncommon to have electrical storms when you're having temperature inversions. That's so fun. All right. That is done. Let's look at some Hero Forge mini package bundle things, whatever they're called. I'll show my screen for that. So the way this works, we have a subscription for this gifted by the wonderful Rocket/Kale, and among other things, we get one free pack of miniatures every month. So let's see what this month's is. I've not looked yet. Mythical monsters. These are pretty cool. We got a cockatrice, a chimera, a centaur, but it's like a lionar. I've never seen that before, and that's super freaking cool. Like a big troll or something, and then like an Etten. Most of these are like a little too fantastical for our setting, but I like this pack a lot. That troll one's definitely getting used at some point. That's great. And the Etten might as well. I love the I don't know why I've never seen that before, but yeah, the centaur that's a lion but instead of a horse is really cool. That is a super neat mini. I just don't think it fits, at least not anywhere around where the party is. Chimera probably not in our setting. Cockatrice probably not in our setting, but that's a really neat pack. So we definitely claim that. I mean, I would have claimed it anyway, but I happily claim that. Let me cover this really quickly because I don't remember what it shows when I go and click on what I need to click on. We have 8 credits right now. And we do have plans for several of those, but also we're only a week away from getting 5 more. So functionally, we have 13. I probably want to keep 5 of them, so we can probably redeem like 8-ish packs. Bundles, whatever they're called. So holler at me if one jumps out at you that you think is cool. We did sort of go in order for a while there, so if it says owned, obviously we already have it. First Crew is neat. Probably not right now, but that is definitely one that I want. We're especially looking out for things that are like Elven or Sylvan themed. Townsfolk 2, I also do want that one. They're great. I like her a lot. Oop. I mean, I also like her, but that wasn't the one I wanted. That one. Dangerous encounters. Oh wait, did that say owned already? Crap. I wish it didn't scroll me back up every time. That's really unfortunate. Okay, we do already own that one. Elven Vanguard, we already grabbed. Cursed Crew, no. Wasteland Hunters, probably not. Noble Court, we already have. Zombies, maybe pertinent at some point, but not right now. Cell Swords is a cool set. I remember looking at that one, however, not super pertinent for where we're headed. Tavern Inn. I forgot we had this one. Oh my gosh, we should use... Hold on. We should use this mini for Druzh's mom, even if that's not exactly what she looks like. That's a great mini. I totally forgot about that. Maybe we'll go set that up after we're done here. Somebody, of course, during the last session had to add in. So now this is going to get stuck in my head. So you're welcome to all the rest of you. Druzh's mom has got it going on. Modded Mercenaries is definitely way out of setting for us. We'll probably end up with it eventually. Woodland Elves, obviously that one will get used. Dungeon Enemies 2 is a maybe. Merchant Caravan we already got. Agents and Assassins, this one is a super cool set. Obviously does not fit at all our game, but I kind of want this one because these are just awesome minis. I love all of these. You're here, but constant buffering. Uh-oh. Is anybody else having any issues? Is that on my end or his end? Dwarven Warband is owned. Dangerous Encounters. This one we might end up wanting. Like a half giant kind of thing. Like an ogre. A troll. A really cool bugbear. Like an ice giant. No, it's 18p, even at 480p. Dang it. I'm gonna go ahead and snag that one. That's just like a good general bad guys. I also don't remember what this shows when I click it, so I'm gonna change screen real quick. Okay, yeah, we're good. Doot, 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 doot. Thieves Guild is owned. Shades and Spirits is owned. Cyber Vigilantes is not owned and does not especially fit. Dungeon Enemies. What do we have in here? I don't know what it is, but it looks kind of cool. Same. Ooh, Gargoyle. Kind of nice. Ooh, that could be a good mini to have around just in general. That's a really neat Undead Knight, too. Oh, that thing would have been so good for the fight that we had a little while ago. I think we're going to grab that one too. Dark Carnival is a really cool set. Probably not something to grab right now. I do remember thinking that the head should be bigger on that bear. I love that jester though. And that fairy is really neat. City Watch we already have. Scholars and Sages. That guy's cool. I don't remember this set. I like that one. We'll put that in the maybe list. Salvage Experts, Merfolk. This is, if I remember correctly, this is a pretty neat one. We're not exactly underwater, but we are going to, kind of the, kind of magical elven forest area. So Merfolks and maybe Sylvan Guardians, of course, that one we definitely want, and already have. Brigands, Lizard Folk. Not really in this region, not usually at least. Hobgoblins, same, but I do want that one eventually. Knolls. Knolls is a solid maybe. I don't really have a specific ology for Knolls. Solid maybe on Knolls as well. Sylvan Guardians. Okay, Knolls. Pirates is a cool set, but not right now. Kobold, same. Zombies, maybe. Goblins, we already have. Skeletons, we already have. Orcs. Wait, I didn't buy the orcs? Now, admittedly, we didn't have this subscription until after the Battle of Capstone, because I do remember when we got the subscription, which was shortly after the Battle of Capstone. It was like, oh, those would have been nice. Like that, putting that guy in the gate when the orcs started breaking through the gate at the battle, right? That would have been a freaking cool scene. I'm gonna go ahead and snag it anyway, though. Obviously, orcs are. Oh, no worries, Squirrel. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks for coming by. Have a good rest of your day. And cultists. That might be good to have for reasons. We see how many credits we have left. I gotta make sure we don't overuse. Yeah, of course. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you too. I have 5 left. We've got 5 more coming, and I wanted to keep 4. So I can still spend 6 credits if I want. All right. So then we'll go Cultists. Yes. And can I pop that? Can I grab that image? Okay. You know what I should do is just make myself a library of the ones that we have. Like they always say, the O in D&D stands for orcs. Exactly. Exactly. Let's look at the zombies one in a little bit more detail. I've got 5 more. I think I'll go ahead and snag that one. I like it, and having more minis for undead is never going to be a bad thing. So that's 2. So I've got 4 more. The gnolls were a maybe. Hobgoblins were a maybe. Merfolk were a maybe. That's 3. Scholars were a maybe. That's 4. Was there anything else that jumps out at me that we don't have yet? That one, maybe. So we might have 5 that I want. Dungeon enemies too. Oh, right, but some of the credits I don't have yet. I got to remember that. They're coming at the first of the month. So hold on, let me check the balance again. There's 3 left. Okay, so I can only grab 1 more right now. The next ones we have to grab after the 1st of February. Okay, so which one jumps out at me the most right now? Hobgoblins is more of a future use thing. Gnolls is probably more of a future use thing. Merfolk, maybe. We're doing on time, by the way. Oh, we're great on time. We're great. The Merfolk or dungeon enemies? Dude, that like cursed harpy is such a cool mini. Kind of general. I don't know. Maybe kind of supposed to be hobgoblin. Minotaur. That's a really cool undead too. I like him a lot. And that crazy like Naga looking thing. I think we grabbed this one. Boop. And then we'll add another 2 or 3 next month after the 1st of the month. So for those of you that don't know, we use the Tailspire virtual tabletop, which integrates with Hero Forge. So all those minis that we just unlocked, those like additional 20 minis or whatever, we can potentially use those in our VTT. Now, while we're here, I actually want to... I talked about using that one to be Drusha's mom. Crap. But I didn't save the picture. Let me find it. There she is. Okay. Well, good deal. And we've got 7 minutes left to do a thing. We can tidy up a little bit here. But instead of starting something new that then puts us like an hour over time. That's done. So Etma, who's DMing our other campaign, sent me a question after the session on Monday night that I needed to think about a little bit, so we can do that. There's the answer to that question. Okay, there's that. That's done. And then we'll grab that image that I was thinking of possibly using for Druge's mom. Boom. That's actually freaking great. How often is it that we get to add more things to the itinerary and still finish on time, or very nearly on time? So another thing that I need to do that's actually D&D related, not so much. Well, both it both is and isn't content related. Once in a blue moon, right? Is we got a copyright knock on the episode 6 of Ren Chronicles, Curious Claw Marks, and I'm like 99% sure that I already got the licenses for the intro and outro songs that we used there. So let's look into this really quickly and see if we can resolve the copyright claim. We're not monetized, so like it doesn't really matter, but I do generally try to stay on top of that stuff and do things the right way. Let's see what we got. Nope. Wrong campaign. Okay. Copyright restrictions, see details. It's Black Friday was the name of the song. Yep, I have the license right here. Maybe I just didn't submit it to YouTube. Whoops. I mean, like, it's fine. You can do it whenever you want, or you can just not do it at all. Then if you are monetized, they take your money. But I have it. Let's do that real quickly. We are going to dispute this copyright claim. Because I have a license, I have permission to use the content from the owner. My video does not infringe on the claimed copyright. I understand the claimant can review this and dispute my rationale. I understand that filing fraudulent disputes may result in termination of my account. Digital signature and license information. Submit. Dispute submitted. Whoop whoop. I do love, like, YouTube definitely has a lot of things to that aren't super great and aren't super creator friendly. But like, that's literally assuming that you already know how it works and you already have the information like I did. But like, that's all I had to do to submit a dispute for a copyright claim. That I do like how slick that is. It's really nice. And yeah, we pretty much just hit our countdown right there, I think. So so I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, be looking for in addition to the every, like, you know, oh boy, accidentally saved one over the top of the other. In addition to the like 3 to 4 Wednesdays every month, we're going to be adding, I think, 2 Thursdays per month. So we're going to go from 3 to 4 of these working streams to more like 4 to 5. Sorry. I guess there could be 6 on top months. So yeah, we're going to go from like 3 to 4 to like 4 to 6. There's going to be a lot more of these YouTube streams. I'm having fun with them. There's plenty to get done. And I'm also kind of feeling inspired to repurpose some of the stuff that we make. Like, remember when we were making up mundane items a while ago? And that was a lot of fun. And I'm kind of feeling inspired to, because I've been having a lot of fun on Blue Sky, to make some more content like that and post it on Blue Sky to make new friends there. So I think we're going to fix that. Hello? And then get out of here. But anyway, so yeah, so we're looking at kind of roughly doubling the YouTube working streams from a little under 1 per week to about 1.5 per week. There it is. Fixed it. Fixed it. All right, good deal. Well, thank you guys for coming. Thanks for putting up. Actually, I feel like I got into a reasonably good groove and got a fair amount done, but it was definitely a little rough at the start there. So thanks for putting up with it. Thanks for being here with me. Thanks for supporting our content and our just everything that we do. Have a great rest of your hump day. And this is not a Thursday that we'll be doing that. And next Thursday won't either, because every other Thursday I play in a Mortal Woes campaign called the Murkmire. So it would have been this Thursday, but I'm just not ready to do that this week. So probably the first Thursday will be the 6th. So thank you guys. Take care. And as always, be excellent to each other.